Hi, this is Nick at Saratoga Wine here with a very special guest today. Joining us for the first time, this is Aaron Michaelis of Flint Knoll Wines, coming out of Napa Valley.
Thank you, Nick.
Yes, thanks for making the trek out here. We appreciate it. Brand new project, just introducing to us, but you've actually been around for almost 10 years now,
10 years
correct?
is our 10th year.
Okay.
Yeah. But first, 3 days now officially in the market with distribution and wholesale. So that's why we're new to you, but we've been around for a minute. Our first vintage was 2016.
Amazing. Well, good year to kick it off.
It's a good year to start. Flint Knoll is an ode to where I grew up in the Flint Hills of Kansas. I was born in Wichita, a little town outside of Wichita, and Andover. And this is an ode to never forget where you come from, even if it is from flyover country to a lot of people. If I hadn't grown up in the Midwest and had such a great work ethic from my parents, my grandparents, I really wouldn't be here today. And I think that those are the very important things of the foundation, from whether you're farming, from whether it's the soil to the rootstock of starting that foundation and growing up, just being taught how to work your tail off. And when doors open, to actually have the ability to take the chance to go through them. So that's really the story of Flint Knoll. It's the American dream. It's falling in love with something and then taking the chance to make the next steps, because on paper, I really shouldn't be here from Kansas. I mean, it's steak and potatoes.
I assume that work ethic really comes in handy, though, selling the vineyards in Napa, though.
And it deals with all the stress of farming, because the ups and downs, the only thing that we can control is our attitude.
Right.
But when you have tough vintages like 2020, where we didn't make any wine, we lost half the production in 17 because of the fires and just other challenges, that you just have to be grateful for the victories. And then those defining moments that are very challenging, you just put your head down and get back to work and do the best you can. So
I think you're doing a pretty darn good job.
Well, we're very blessed. We're working with some incredible people throughout the valley. We lease and get fruit from different families around Napa.
Okay.
So we're really known for highlighting mountain fruit and hillside stuff.
Right.
So we don't own these vineyards. We're going to specific families, like this first one, the Noble Right. This is working with the Keenan family on Spring Mountain. And the Keenan family,
one of my favorites,
near and dear to my heart. When I was, my background's restaurant industry and wine distribution from the Midwest. And you know, I used to sell their wines in our portfolio.
Yeah.
And to go out in Napa and have the opportunity, and I remember knocking on the door and saying, hey, I want to buy fruit from you guys. And they're like, you're the guy, the distributor from Kansas. What are you talking about? But they took a chance on me, and they're trusting me not to get fruit from their vineyard and make something subpar. It is our job with Philippe Melka, our winemaker, and our team to really make the best that we can by being stewards of their property.
Right.
So speaking of, this is Merlot from their vineyard, and then Cabernet from their vineyard.
Amazing.
So we're working with Clone 5 Merlot. And then this is 68%. This is a 2021 vintage. And then the rest of it is Cabernet Clone 15. And this is really to bring out the mid part of the palate. Noble Right's an ode to the right bank of Bordeaux, with Philippe being French and making, incredible wines from Bordeaux in the past.
And then the Merlot.
Bringing Merlot its attention, because it is one of the most beautiful, especially for food. It is such a beautiful varietal, and I think it gets passed by Cabernet, which is absolutely sexy and always on the outside of the palate. But Merlot is so elegant and feminine and just decadent in so many of its ways, and it needs more attention. And I think our take on this is so beautiful, from the nose to the tannins to the acidity. Really is a great way for an easy drinking wine that doesn't just hit you so hard with all fruit, but there's just all these little layers that take you on a journey.
There's such complexity in here. And first of all, I love that and this was unbeknownst to me before today, but like sourcing from Keenan, one of my all-time favorite wineries in Napa. I've been there. I collect their wines.
Family.
And their Merlot is, I would argue,
powerful.
Some of the best in California, if not the country. So you're starting off with amazing juice.
Every time that it's brought in, and we're sorting the fruit at the winery, and it's in the tank, and we do long extended fermentations. Just the power of this Merlot, it is not typical. It is just the brightness of it, just the longevity. This wine, always, we have to hold it back for release a year longer, just because she's not tame, and it's powerful, and it really, really needs time to calm down. But this is, the ageability on this is 20 plus years.
I mean, tons of complexity in here, layers upon layers, like you said. We were talking kind of off camera before this. I was saying that I had brought, over the last 5 years, a bottle of 1983 Keenan Merlot in Mag, and it was still very much alive.
Yes.
So it just speaks to...
It does not shock me.
Right, the ageability of that vineyard especially. So you're really kind of working with some amazing stuff here.
Yeah. Going to the Royal Appointment.
Going to the Royal Appointment.
Let's not skip the Royal Appointment. So the Royal Appointment, this is the only wine that we produce from the valley floor. We're really focusing on hillside wines in Napa to really show where they grew up, the terroir, the stress of the vines, the age of the vines, and really showing where they grew up. We're gonna get to our Spring Mountain. We also do a Pritchard Hill, Howell Mountain, and Diamond Mountain. But those are all so powerful and grow up in those mountains and above the fog line. There's so much stress and turmoil. The valley floor cabs do get pampered. They're closer to the water table. They're closer to richer soils. They get the fog during the summer months. So they're always gonna make these really, really elegant, plush, flirty, seductive wines. And this is how we built the Royal Appointment. Yeah. This is meant to be the just most flirty, happy. You open it and it's just calming and just absolutely the beautiful part of Napa Valley, especially the valley floor fruit.
And it's approachable, like you said, right off the rip. There's that kind of
this
ripeness in
vintage,
the
but
bottle.
certain vintages, the bigger vintages sometimes need a little time to open.
I'm sure.
But yeah. So this is going to be Stag's Leap and Calistoga Valley Floor blended together.
So certainly no slouch in the
we don't
in the
slouch
AVAs,
in the
that's
AVAs.
for sure.
No, we don't.
Boy, that's great.
Yeah.
I get that kind of blueberry chocolate note that I was getting Stag's Leap for sure.
Yes. And then you get that kind of the bright and then the kind of broader kind of fruit from Calistoga, which is warmer than the Stag's Leap. So you've got both of those beautiful areas on the valley floor competing against each other, but making such a layered, beautiful, softer wine.
Yeah, you're knocking it out of the park with these for sure. These are. I just want to keep going back and sniffing and drinking and sniffing and drinking.
Well, we want people to finish the bottle. That gives them to reorder.
I don't think that would be a problem. Let's talk about the third one here.
Yep, Spring Mountain. 100% Spring Mountain.
All
Keenan,
Spring Mountain.
All Keenan Vineyard. This is from the Big K block.
Okay.
It is at the base, 1,800 feet, and goes all the way up to close to 2,000. So very high elevation.
Big diurnal shift.
Absolutely.
Right?
Our goal is on these single vineyard mountain wines, which we really focus on, is to speak of that place. Speak of Spring Mountain.
Right.
The nose. We've talked about the sage and kind of the earth tones that it brings and kind of the forest floor, and then the acidity and the nose on this wine really, really pops. I mean, it
jumps out of the glass.
It really does jump out. It's tons of acidity, beautiful tannins, and then the fruit's there, and it just is a warm wave just covers through the palate. It's not a fruit bomb.
Right.
It's a very serious wine. It's elegant. I always, when we catch the people that love Bordeaux, they love their Italian Super Tuscans, also gravitate towards this because there's just so much seriousness in it, and it's not boring. And it's so good with any kind of cut of beef, but it really is built to be with food because it's a powerhouse. So this is the 2022 vintage, a little warmer year, but it is not by any means all fruit. It is just layer after layer after layer.
And it's dark and serious and earthy and herbal, but you really get the black cherry coming through. And I like the comparison to kind of the Bordeaux Super Tuscans.
This is mostly Clone 15, which is originally from Bordeaux.
Okay.
And Clone 15 is really only grown in Spring Mountain and Diamond Mountain in Napa Valley. It's a very thick-skinned, big-seeded Cabernet.
Okay.
Always makes these wines of ageability. Usually they blend other clones of Cabernet to it to make it softer and bring out the fruit. But for the backbone of a very pedigree, old world kind of style,
they're leaning in.
This is more of the tannin, more of the structure, more of that beautiful texture right here, and just takes the wine back. And then you would add like Clone 7, which we add a little bit of this, which brings out the floral, the violet, and kind of those beautiful textures.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's unbelievable. Philippe, and just working with these vineyards, which is, you can't make good wine out of bad fruit. And it's our job to make the best wine out of this unbelievable vineyard. And unbelievable.
Well, you are a very lucky individual. because these are,
Oh, they're stunning.
yeah, you're doing it right. So cheers to that.
Cheers, brother.
All right.
Thanks for having me.